Hello, how y'all doing? What's going on today? Oh man, I'm just now. This is the challenge that I really can talk about what I really want to talk about. You see what I'm saying? For the last couple of few months, I ain't been going in too hard. But just because I don't go in too hard, that doesn't mean that I am going in hard. I was just in a face a situation just a minute ago. I was taking out some trash. And the only reason why what made me have a little bit more patient, I have more patience with our people, with our so-called black people than I do any other race. I mean, I have all the patience with them. If it wasn't for my people and if they wasn't my people, the black people wasn't my people, I wouldn't even waste times talking to them. I wouldn't even respond at all. I just keep walking and I act like I just ignore you, basically. I was taking some trash out and they had, kids, our black kids are actually into that Christmas stuff, you know what I mean? Which I realized that I can't fault them, you see what I'm saying? Because they raised under the empire of the older guardians, you know what I'm saying? So I don't, number one, I definitely don't have no control over that part, how other people raise their kids and choose to teach their kids because children, they learn from the parents. You see what I'm saying? And so I was taking the garbage out. I was just being nice, you know what I mean? And one of them said, uh, have a have a good Christmas. I really wanted to respond and say I don't celebrate it, but by being young and stuff like that, and they children, then they grew up under the empire. They're leading the teacher. Yeah, I realize it's not their fault or whatever, because I know that deep down within they don't really know. So I just politely I just said, well, if it was like my people of color, you see what I'm saying? I said thank you. That's what I said. But deep down on the inside of my heart, I really wanted to say I don't celebrate Christmas. But because they young and I mean the little kids or whatever, especially being in our so, like I really wanted to say because that's the difference in how I did. Now, if it had been a so-called white person, Asian person or whatever, I just told them I don't celebrate, or either I'd just ignored them and I just kept walking. Or I just would have said I don't celebrate Christmas. But by me having so much love, I love my people. I just decided I just and with in the back of my mind, I'm like, I don't celebrate that, and I don't, you know. So I mean, it happened like that. I wish I wouldn't have been caught in the middle of that because I'm very uncomfortable. Whether you young or old, when you tell me have a good Christmas and I don't celebrate that, now I'm already knowing what the hell it stands for. It sure don't represent us because those are not our customs. But I realize we living in a society, people branch out and just latch on to different things. They adopt different things. You know what I mean? I realize that everybody going to adapt to different things. Everybody not going to adapt to the real thing. You know what I mean? The real thing is our own culture and our own God. You see what I'm saying? The God of Israel. You see what I'm saying? I realize that everybody is not going to do that. You see what I'm saying? Everybody's not going to do that. I realize some people, like I said, because people tell me all the time, even my own mother, they tell me all the time, people have a right to believe and they embrace it. Basically, they have a right to, and I'm like, okay, I get it. I know what you're saying. I mean, I get it. People, everybody gonna have different tastes or whatever. But my only concern is that I believe, not I believe. I don't like using that word, but I know that the truth matters. The truth matters more than anything. Why do I mean, look, here's my thing here. I understand, and I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to be patient as I'm doing this video. Y'all can tell I'm kind of patient from the way I started it off. when people going around and go to saying everybody's entitled to believe what they, you can't get mad if people believe what they want to believe. I could just take me something sometime and just, I just feel like just, when I look at them, they say that, well, everybody's entitled to believe what they want to believe and this and that and third. And I'm like, I feel like sometimes I just look at them and I be wanting to slap the shit out. If I was the Most High God, I would literally slap the shit out of them. I hate that line thing when people be talking about that. Everybody have a right to believe. I be wanting to take something and throw it at them and say, shut the fuck up. You know, I do. Like, damn. Like, I get it. Goddamn. I know everybody have a right. You know what I'm saying? Our people are the only people that walk around and say shit like that. You see what I'm saying? It's like they uphold Esau in what he do. Like, I don't sell. That's the reason why you don't see me hanging out with nobody. I don't hang out with people like that. I just don't. I'm not. When it comes to who it's a very, my circle stays small. I don't deal with everybody. I don't deal with a lot of people. I just don't, because I love my people. I love my people. Don't get me wrong. I love them, but when they caught up into the ways of Esau, America, Sodom and Gomorrah. America is Sodom and Gomorrah according to the Bible. When you read in the Bible Sodom and Gomorrah, that's talking about America. The Bible says, which is spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where our Lord was crucified. That means they crucified and stole everything and ridiculed. Esau ridiculed our Lord and Savior. You see what I'm saying? That's what all that stuff is going into. So when the young lady or the young child have a good Christmas or whatever, okay, in that point, I said, okay, by me having, trust me, if it would have been a so-called people, another nation from another nation, people who are not my brother, not my sisters, I wouldn't have responded to it at all. I'd have kept going. But I definitely would have said, if I'd have said something, I definitely would have said, excuse me, I just don't celebrate Christmas. I don't celebrate that shit. Hold on a minute. Let me turn the light on here. Because Christmas is of the damn devil. It is. Christmas is of the devil. And I don't celebrate that. Now, like I said, that's the reason why I'm to myself. I'm more to myself than anything. You see what I'm saying? I'm to myself. I don't celebrate all that stuff because you sacrificing to demons. That's why God says they sacrifice to demons and not to God. They sacrifice to devils and not to God. Meaning devils mean demons. You know? I just don't celebrate that type of stuff. I don't. Yeah, I don't celebrate that shit. I just don't celebrate that type of shit because I don't know no other ways to put it. When that child walked up and said, "Have a good Merry Christmas," I hate to even say that shit, but it happened. In my mind, I said, "Okay, it came from a sincere spirit," but in the back of the other side of my mind was saying, I really wanted to say, but by, like I said, by being my people, I was a little bit more patient with my people. You see what I'm saying? I'm just a little bit more patient with my people because I care. You see what I'm saying? And I didn't want to, like, I was looking at it like, okay, be a little patient with the kids. Just be patient. You know what I'm saying? So I was a little patient, and you know what I mean. So I just said thank you. But deep down within, I really wanted to say, if I'm around them enough, I will teach them and let them know I don't celebrate it because it's a man-made term. You know what I'm saying? It's man-made. It's not of God. Christmas, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, and all that stuff, Halloween and all that stuff, I don't get involved in none of that stuff. I don't. Now, when I was younger, I maybe I did like it out of being ignorant. You know, when you walking into something ignorant, when you don't know, because we was all at one time in our foolish and in our disobedience, and at some point we all was ignorant. You see what I'm saying? But I came into a knowledge of it more so in 2018. And I said, Christmas came from Esau, so-called white man. So I said, I don't want to celebrate that because you celebrating your enemy. No, I said, no, I don't want to celebrate that because I don't feel good about it. It's just uncomfortable for me. You know what I mean? Like I don't even think I like to even eat turkey on Thanksgiving. I just don't. The only thing that I want to celebrate is the holy days of the Bible. That's what we should be celebrating. You know what I mean? We should be celebrating the holy days of the Most High God. We should be celebrating. Why not celebrate the new moons and the Sabbath days? Why not celebrate the new moon and the Sabbath days? Let me show y'all why I'm saying what I'm saying. I'm going to show y'all. All right, I'm coming. I just go ahead and get the Bible and read it out the Bible and show y'all why I'm saying what I'm saying. Because our people, where the Most High, He said He didn't want us celebrating that. So the wisdom of Solomon and Isaiah. After wisdom of Solomon, then come Isaiah. Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 13. Bring no more vain oblation. Incense is an abomination unto me. The new moons and the Sabbaths and the calling of the assembly. I cannot away with it. It is iniquity, even the solemn meeting. Your new moons and your appointed feasts. My soul hateth them. They are a trouble unto me. I am weary to bear them. See that? It says, I'm weary to bear them. And when ye spread forth your hands, I will hide my face from you. Yea, when ye make many prayers, I will not hear. Your hands are full of blood. Wash you, make you clean, put away the evil of your doings from before my eyes. Cease to do evil, learn to do well, seek judgment, relieve the oppressed, judge the fatherless, plead for the widow. Come now and let us reason together, said the Lord. Though your sins be as scarlet, they shall be white as snow. Though they be red like crimson, they shall be as wool. Okay. Let's go to Jeremiah chapter 10 and verse 1. Jeremiah chapter 10 and 1. The Bible said, hear ye the word which the Lord spoke unto you, O house of Israel. Thus said the Lord. Listen, learn not the way of the heathen. When you cut a tree down and use it as a Christmas tree, the Most High says, don't learn. He said, thus said the Lord. That means God said this. Learn not the way of the heathen. The heathens are the other nations who are Gentiles by blood and not Israelites by blood. And be not dismayed at the signs, for the heathen are dismayed at them. Verse 3, for the customs of the people are vain. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workmen with the axe. That means they cut tree, they chop them down. They decked it with silver, and with gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not. Why you want to worship something that don't even have breath in it? They are upright. They are upright as the plum tree, but speak not they must needs be born, because they cannot go. Be not afraid of them, for they cannot do evil. Neither also is it in them to do good. He said, don't learn the way of the heathens, because he said the customs of the people are vain. And then he said, one cuts the tree out of the forest, and all that kind of stuff. They deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammers. That means they says they deck it with for the customs of the people are vain, for they one cutteth a tree out of the forest. The work of the hands of the workmen with the axe. They decked it with silver and with gold. They fastened it with nails and with hammers, that it move not. They said they decked it with silver, gold. Then they decorate the tree. That's what that's going into. So it says don't do that, because the customs of the people, and that's talking about Esau, Moab, Ammon, and the Canaanites. The Canaanites, those are the Africans, and Esau is the biblical name for the Caucasian people. Ethiopians, those are the Cushite, the Cush, that those are the Ethiopians. They celebrate that. Those are the heathens. And the Most High said, don't celebrate that. So that's why a lot of the reasons I don't celebrate it neither. Because it says the customs of the people are vain. One cutteth the tree out of the forest. You see what I'm saying? So you don't want to, you know what I'm saying, celebrate that, because that's not of the Most High. You see what I'm saying? It is what it is, bro. So I'm going to see y'all later, and y'all have a good day. All right, we'll talk some more when y'all come back, and when I come back.